Hello, kiddos. Mrs. Hughes here. I'm glad to see you this week. Well, first things on Monday for our read aloud, we are going to learn about a new genre. Can you say that word? It's the fancy word for type. We're going to read a new type of book. And this book is called Kindergarten Kids. Riddles, rebuses, wiggles, giggles, and more. It is a book of poems or poems. People say it differently. Yes, poems. Have you ever heard of a poem before? Yes? You say the word poem. All right. Good deal. Well, poems are so cool. You know why? Because poems, here's the word poem. Poems. They sometimes can break the rules. Yeah, poems can break the rules. Isn't that neat? Poems don't always have to have capital letters and complete sentences. Some other things about poems. Let's look at our chart up here. They can be about anything you want them to be about. You got bears or rain or school supplies, butterflies, hearts, flowers, your mom, your best friend. Poems can be about anything. Poems have rhythm. You know how music has a beat to it? Poems do too. They kind of have a rhythm. Like, let's see. The cat and the hat found a rat. Can you say that with me? And it has a rhythm or a beat. The cat and the hat found a rat. That's kind of like a rhythm. And that brings me to my next point. Poems rhyme. You've been talking about rhyme with Miss Dockery. Yes. Rhyme means the word sounds the same at the end. The one that I just told you, the cat and the hat found a rat. Right? Cat, rat, hat. They have the same ending. A-T, A-T, A-T. Yeah, they rhyme. Poems also use words to tell how things look, feel, sound, smell, or taste. So poems kind of help talk about our five senses sometimes. Yeah, poems are pretty cool. It's a new type of reading that we are going to do today. We're going to do this for the next couple of days, some poems. Last week we talked about the genre or the type called fiction. Do you remember? And fiction is a story that's made up. It's not real. Do you remember talking about that last week? Yes? All right. Well, this week, let's get started on poems or poems. All right, so our poems this week come from this book called Kindergarten Kids. Can you tell where these kids are in this picture? Yes? They do look like they're at school. You're right. There's a chalkboard. Here's an easel, and he's painting. He's got puppets, and she's holding up some writing paper. We're going to read 3 different poems out of this book. And when you open it up, it's different from just a regular storybook. It has a title page, which is the same. It has an author and an illustrator, which is the same. But look, when you turn to this page, it has a special page called Contents. Wonder what that means. Can you say that word? Contents. Good job. All right, well, looks like there's a title and there's some page numbers. So what it is, it's telling you how there's different poems throughout this whole book. It's not one complete story all the way through. Each page has a different poem on it. So it's telling you the title of the poem and what page you can find that poem on. That's kind of cool. It's a table of contents. Well, the book or the poem that we're going to read first today is called Puzzled. If I look here, there's the word puzzled. I go right over here. It's on page 10. So I have to turn the page, and the page numbers are down here in the corner. Do you see that down there? And there's one down here too. So I'm going to find page 10, and that is the first poem that we're going to read together today. Every page has a different poem on it. Here we are. Here's the first poem we're going to read together today. So while I'm reading, I want you to listen carefully. That's your learning goal. Listen carefully. Pay attention and focus. Give me 5, right? Okay. Listen for some rhyme and some rhythm. Enjoy the poem. Puzzled. Do you just want to quit sometimes? Too hard, too hard. These pieces don't fit. I'm puzzled by this puzzle. I really want to quit. Don't give up, I tell myself. Keep trying. You'll do fine. Look for all the clues you can. For all the clues. Color, story, shape, size, and line. I take a breath. I look again. Colors match. I see a square. The pieces fit together. They go there and there and there. So easy, so easy. I did it. Puzzle's done. I'm ready for another. I want a harder one. So that was the poem called Puzzled. What was that poem about? Can you think about it? What was that poem about? Yes. The poem was about a little girl working hard to do a puzzle that she wanted to quit because it was hard, but she kept trying. The fancy word for that, when something's hard and you keep trying, is called perseverance. She showed perseverance. She kept trying, and then she figured it out, and then she realized, you know what, that wasn't so hard. It was actually kind of easy. All right, we're going to do a second poem. Okay, are you ready for our second poem? Here we go. So our second poem we're going to read together is called Oops. I've said that word before. Usually when you say oops, that means you've done what? Yeah, you've made a mistake, but that's okay. You can come back from mistakes. Let's read this poem called Oops. And I'm looking closely. I find the word oops, and I go straight over. What number is that? 16. Yeah, so I have to go to page 16. Let me flip to page 16. Looking down at the corners of the pages, the bottom corner. There it is. Page 16. And there's the poem, Oops. Let's read and find out about this poem together. Here we go. Give me 5. All right. Don't worry. Everyone makes mistakes. Anna dropped some crayons. She broke her favorite blue. Jamal was counting cups for juice. Oops, he left out 2. Michael overwatered our avocado tree. Now it's brown and droopy, where green leaves used to be. Our music teacher missed a note. He played a silly tune. Our principal said, "Good morning," when it was afternoon. Oops, oops, oops again. Oh, for goodness sakes, don't feel bad. Remember, everyone makes mistakes. Yeah, they do, don't they? So, think, think, think in your smart, smart brain. Thinking wand. What was this poem about? Yes, this poem was about making mistakes. If you make a mistake, don't get all upset about it. Try to fix it. Find a solution to the problem. Okay? Yeah. Oops. That was a fun poem. That was poem number 2. Remember I said we're going to read how many? Yeah, 3. So let's find poem number 3. All right. Our third poem we're going to read in the book called Kindergarten Kids is called Quiet Please. That's the name of the poem, the title. So I've got to look again. Remember, we're looking at the table of contents. We're finding the title of the poem called Quiet Please. And quiet starts with a Q, a Q-U. And it looks like a picture of a lady going, Quiet Please. And I go right straight over. And it's on page 20. Yes, okay. So I'm going to flip to page 20. I'm there. All right. There's page 20. Do you see the corner right there? Page 20. And this is the poem called Quiet, Please. And I can fold the book back a little bit because the other side is a brand new poem. See how it has a different title? Here's Quiet, Please, and this one's called Open a Book. We'll read this another time. But right now we're just reading this side, so I'm going to flip that one back so we can just look at this one side here, okay? All right. Quiet, please. Being quiet isn't easy, is it? No, it's not. I even have a hard time with it sometimes. But it's important to learn to be quiet when someone asks you to. So let's read. Here we go. Quiet, please. Gab, gab. Giggle, giggle. Psst, psst. Wiggle, wiggle. Cough. Sigh. Hiccup. Sneeze. Teacher asks, shh, quiet, please. One more giggle. One more sneeze. Eyes on your teacher. Quiet, please. So I have a question for you. Think, think, think in your smart, smart brain. Why does the teacher ask everyone to be quiet? Why does she say, quiet, please? Yes, it's important to be quiet when your teacher's trying to teach, so you can hear what she is saying and you'll know what to do. It will also help your neighbor and your friends around you to be able to hear her or him, whoever the teacher may be, and you'll know what to do, and you'll know what he or she is saying, and you'll be able to learn about what she is saying. And whoever the speaker is, sometimes the teacher isn't the speaker. Sometimes she lets one of the students be the speaker. So you need to give them your full attention and be quiet, please. Right? Okay. So those are our poems that we read today in the book called Kindergarten Kids. We're going to read more about these poems later, but for now, that's the introduction to a genre or a type of reading called poems. I hope you enjoyed them today. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.